Hey there, I'm Brittany Schroeder, and business and marketing are my jam. I'm here to walk you step by step through this crazy thing we call business. I'm a small town girl, chocolate eating, Diet Coke drinking mom, marketing guru, automation Jedi, and all around good time. This is your weekly dose of all things business and life, sprinkled with some fun. This is the Redefine Business Podcast. Welcome to another episode of Redefine Business Podcast. So this last month, I've been talking to my membership, to the people in my membership, and we've been talking about growing your email list and what are different ways to grow your email list. I had a member in my membership who had launched a program and it didn't do well. She didn't have anybody to sign up. And so we were kind of talking like, what are the next steps of launching a membership or a program where you're going to have better success. And so the main thing that I told her to focus on is growing your email list. And we were talking about different ways to grow your email list. So we were talking and I've done some research, and creating a challenge is a great way to build an email list. So I have had clients who have done challenges and I've kind of helped them to implement them, but I had personally never done one. So I told her, I'm going to build a challenge and I will put that in the membership. I'll put my swipe files, I'll put everything, the landing page, the emails, everything in there. So I thought, here we go. I need to learn and really study and learn how to do a challenge. So I wanted to record a podcast on what I've learned and just the different parts of how to build a challenge. So if you want to grow your email list quickly, creating a challenge is a really great way to do it. So a well-built challenge, it does three things. It attracts your ideal clients or ideal leads. It builds trust fast, and it naturally transitions people into whatever your paid offer is. So when it's done right, it doesn't just grow your list, but it really warms it up. So the very first step in doing a challenge is pick a micro transformation, not a massive overhaul, but just a tiny little transformation that your ideal clients could do in a challenge. So you could do, I've had a client who's done one on how to detox from sugar after the holidays or how to minimize your closet. But whatever your business may be, find a micro transformation and focus on that. So choose one specific result for your audience. Whatever they desperately want, find that. So it could be maybe launch your first lead magnet in 5 days, book 3 discovery calls in 7 days, outline your signature offer in 5 days, grow your email list in 7 days, whatever it may be, but choose one specific result that your audience desperately wants. Okay, the next step is decide the length. Shorter is better. So originally, when I was going to do a challenge, so my challenge that I'm doing, and I will put this in the show notes, is a 5-day challenge to get your next 100 email subscribers. But when I had originally was thinking of this idea, I was thinking, I know a bunch of things that you need to do to build your email list. So I thought, okay, I'll do 30 days. But I started doing a ton of market research, and everything out there says 30 days is way, way, way too long. And people start to fall off. I've learned this even when I've done my online summit, even after 3 days, people start to fall off. So you want to make sure that you are doing your challenge at the right amount of time. So a sweet spot for list building challenges is between 3 and 7 days because you have low commitment, fast results, high completion rates, and it's easier to sell afterwards. So 5 days tends to be the sweet spot. It's long enough to create transformation, but short enough that people don't fall off. Originally, I was even thinking 7 days, but then I was thinking, oh, that goes into the weekend and people are checked out over the weekend. I am checked out. I didn't want to really, do anything on the weekend. And so I landed on 5 days. So 5 days it is, right? So I'm going to do 5-day challenge. So, okay, the next step is map out the daily wins. Each day you should build on the previous one and you're leading into the clear result by the end. So here is a simple framework when you're doing a challenge. The first one is clarity, like really identifying what they want and how to get there. The day 2 is strategy. Day 3 is build. Day 4 is refine. And day 5 is launch or implement. So here, that's just a simple framework of what you should do in your challenge. And this is for a 5-day challenge. Obviously, you can do more or less, but this is kind of where I landed on for my 5-day challenge. So the next step 4, is choose the delivery method. How are you going to deliver this challenge? So you have options. You can do email only challenge. You could do maybe like a private Facebook group or a GroupMe group or some sort of group. You could do a pop-up community. Like I use Kajabi, so I could have done a pop-up community in Kajabi. It can be a text-based challenge. Maybe you are using SMS and you're texting them every day. Or you could do like a hybrid where you're doing maybe an email plus a community plus SMS, whatever it may be. So if your goal is list growth, email must be the core delivery method, obviously. That way, even if someone ghosts the group, they're still on your list receiving your content. So again, when you're doing challenges and we're talking about email growth, you want to for sure grab their email. So one of the things that I've decided with mine that I'm going to do is going to be a 5-day challenge, and I'm going to do hybrid. So I'm going to do a training every day, and I'm also going to do an email. And I might do a few like recordings in there or replays too, but that's kind of my delivery method, what I landed on. Okay, step 5 is create a high converting opt-in page. You want to make sure that your opt-in page answers these 3 questions. What will I achieve? How long will it take? And why should I trust you? So you want to make sure that you're giving all of the information. So what will they achieve? So here's mine. 5 days to your next 100 email subscribers. That's what they're going to achieve. Then I put in there how long will it take? It's 5 days. And I even put the dates in there when I'm going to be doing it. I might, after it's done, turn it evergreen. But for right now, because this is my first time doing it, I'm going to do it live and it's going to be those specific dates. And then why should I trust you? So then I have put in there in my landing page, and I'll put this in the show notes. In my landing page, I put like, hey, listen, I have 10,000 subscribers. I have over 10,000 subscribers. This is why you should trust me. I know how to build an email list. I've done it. I have proof. I've helped my clients do it. So there you go. Okay, the next step 6, is warm it up before you launch. So don't just drop the link and hope for the best, but build anticipation. Start talking about the problem your challenge solves 1 or 2 weeks before it launches. So I'm launching it at the end of March. And so this is beginning March, I'm promoting it. I'm kind of like teasing it on social media, in my emails, in all the places, right? So I can start sharing mistakes that people are making, myths around the topic, behind the scenes of what I'm building, mini wins or quick tips. So I'm going to start just kind of teasing it, and I'm really warming up my audience before I'm going to get ready to launch it. So, okay, step 7, the next step is promote it everywhere strategically. And I'm going to talk about this in my challenge, but promote it across Instagram posts and stories, email. Yes, you want to promote it to your existing list because we can segment them, we know. Facebook groups, collaborations or affiliates, my website. So I put it on my website. It is my pop-up right now. So it's on there, my email signature, LinkedIn profiles, wherever, like put it in all of the places and talk about it. The other thing is talk about it often, talk about it every day. I think we get in this mindset where we think, oh, I've already talked about it once. I don't want to bug people. And that's not true. We need to put it every place at least once a day. So talk about it so much. Okay, then the next step is deliver value like a pro. During the challenge, show up consistently, over deliver on the clarity, celebrate wins publicly, talk about what people, hey, this person got this many new subscribers today. One of the things that I did in my challenge, as people sign up, they get an email, and I've asked them like, hey, respond to this and tell me what you do and how many people on your email list, because I want to get results. I want you to get results, and I want to see those results. Answer questions and keep energy high. Be enthusiastic, keep people motivated, keep going. You got this. Like, good job. Like really build a community and get people excited. Okay. The next one is transition into your offer naturally. You don't want it to be rigid. You don't want it to be like, oh, P.S. by the way, I find that whenever I'm teaching a webinar or I'm doing anything that I like to start with, hey, just a heads up, at the end of the challenge, this is what I'm going to be talking about. So people know ahead of time, so they know there's transparency and they know what's coming. So on the final day, then, you can kind of drop little hints here and there. Like I will say in my challenge, I'll say like, hey, I'm opening cart to my membership at the end of this challenge, and there's going to be more. But you also, at the final day, you want to present like, okay, what's next? So this could be a membership, a course, a group program, one-on-one coaching. Maybe you're selling a template bundle or something, but you want to lead them into what is next on that final day. You get the momentum going. They're excited. They're seeing results. They want more, right? Okay. Step 10, one of my favorite things is repurpose and reuse. So after it runs live, you can turn it into an evergreen funnel, use recordings as bonus content, pull social proof for your sales page, repurpose emails into blog posts, turn daily lessons into short form content. But again, repurpose. So I'm doing this live. And sometimes I do this where I will do something live and then I repurpose it as the recording, right? So make sure that you are repurposing it and reusing it. And take this as like a learning opportunity. And maybe you do it the first time you're challenged, and the second time you're like, oh, I can do this better, or I want to add this. But I think you just got to do it, right? Okay. And then the last thing is metrics to track. So again, analytics are so important. If you don't understand analytics, you don't really know what's working, right? So look at things like your landing page conversion rate. How many people are coming to your landing page, and are they signing up? So look at those analytics. If you decide to run ads, I probably won't run ads this first time around, but maybe I'll do it again and run ads. But how much are you paying cost per lead, right? What are email open rates during the challenge? On the emails during those 5 days when I am doing my challenge, I want to look at those emails and say like, okay, this is how many people signed up. How many people are actually clicking and opening it? Maybe I need to tweak my subject lines. Maybe, you have to look at those things so that you know how to improve it. What's the participation rate? How many people are actually showing up to your challenges, to your calls, whatever, and what can you do better? So, and then at the end, how many of those sales converted at the end? So these are all things to look for when you're doing a challenge. Again, I'm doing this 5-day challenge. I will put the link in the show notes so you can see the landing page and see the different parts of it. But I encourage you, try different things. Try a challenge to grow your email list. Email list is one of those things that we don't want to just like put it on our website and keep our fingers crossed and hope it grows. It's something that we actively need to be growing and constantly trying to grow that list. So I hope you found this helpful, and I hope to see some of you in my challenge coming up. It's at the end of March. And I hope you got something out of this and I inspired you to do a challenge. I will see you all next time.
Let's not stop the party here. Head on over to my Instagram or Facebook group, Redefine Your Business, and let me know your thoughts about today's show. I will see you again, same time, same place, next week.